tomorrow's season is presented by Daytona Mitsubishi. With an unparalleled dedication to their customers' needs, Daytona Mitsubishi is sure to make your car buying experience one of a kind. Daytona Mitsubishi is proud to support Embry-Riddle Athletics. Did you know getting a mammogram only takes 30 minutes? Stop by Advent Health Table to schedule your 30-minute 3D mammogram so you can stay well ahead of your annual screenings. Today's pregame charge-up is presented by Giles Electric. Giles Electric, family-owned, family-operated, and celebrating over 50 years of powerful personal service. Giles Electric.
if you are physically able, that you please rise and join our coaches and players as we honor the United States of America and the armed forces who protect it with the playing of our national anthem. Thank you to the Eagle Pep Band. And it is now time to meet this afternoon's starting lineups. First for the visiting Spartans of the University of Tampa. At one guard, a 5'4" sophomore, number 2, Georgia Palmieri. At the second guard position, a 5'6" junior, number 3, Olivia Davis. At the third guard position, a 5'10" sophomore, number 12, Amy Thompson. At forward, a 5'10" graduate student, number 7, Alanis Diaz. And at center, a 6'3" junior, number 32, Ryan Franklin. With the head coach of the University of Tampa, Tom Chessie.
The first ever conference tournament title for the Eagles.
Out of your seat and on your feet to meet your Embry-Riddle Eagles.
Rangers come to you live from the ICI Center where the number 17 Embry-Riddle Eagles are taking on the Tampa Spartans. Diaz on the ball for the Spartans now, hands it off to Davis. Diaz looks to Palmieri. Palmieri drives into the paint, looks for some support from Amy Thompson. That one going to swish out. Turpinning on the ball now for the Eagles, taking it the other way. Embry-Riddle Eagles, number 17 in the nation, have a 12-2 overall record, 7-1 in the conference. Currently on a 6-game hot streak. They're coming off a dominant performance over Florida Southern earlier this week. Took care of the Moccasins 79-49 on Wednesday night to solidify a second place standing in the SSC. Now the only team standing between ERAU and that number 1 spot is the undefeated Nova Southeastern, whom the Eagles will be facing for the second time this season next month on February 18th. Palmieri on the ball for the Spartans, hands it off to Amy Thompson. Diaz driving into the lane, looks for some support from Palmieri, jumper from Palmieri. Out of bounds, Franklin able to keep it inside for the Spartans. It's stolen away by Satchel. Turpinning shoves it over to Lingaman. Jumper from Lingaman. Swish in, and the Eagles have the first points of the day. Lead it 2-0 over the Spartans. Now Tampa comes into today's match 10-7 overall with a 5-3 conference record. They're coming off a 62-54 loss to the Palm Beach Atlantic Sailfish. It was a tough loss as they pulled within striking distance in the final 90 seconds, but after the Sailfish broke a near 7-minute scoring drought, they were able to close the game from the free throw line and secure that 62-54 victory over Tampa. Another missed shot as Lingaman will collect and take it the other way for Embry-Riddle. Things are looking strong for the Eagles. They have Anya Staten to return for the Eagles after missing the past 11 games on Wednesday night. She finished Wednesday with 12 points and 6 rebounds in just 12 minutes of action, so it's nice to see Staten getting back into the action for the Eagles. And of course, Eliana Shepley has averaged 21.2 points in the 5 games since returning from the holiday break. She was also able to snag season-high 12 rebounds on Wednesday against Florida Southern. Palmieri with the jumper. That one rimmed down, and Shepley will take it the other way for the Eagles. Langman looks to Turpinning. Turpinning heaves it over to Shepley. Turpinning looking to readjust her offense here. Branch feeds to Langman. Quick pass over to Turpinning. Shepley with the jumper on the far side off the rim. Langman there to collect and deposit the rebound. Eagles lead it 4-0. Davis on the ball now for the Spartans. Palmieri trying to fight off the press from Branch, looking for her options. Davis looks to Butler. Butler feeds into Franklin. Franklin at a staggering 6'3". The junior from Edmond, Oklahoma, playing for the Spartans.
Foul number 4, Brooklyn Butler. Her first team foul.
Foul on the play. There's going to be a timeout on the court. We'll be back live from the SSC Digital Network after this quick break.
Timeout.
In 2023, I had began having some health issues. And for some reason, my mom was really adamant about me going to get a mammogram. I had an appointment on Valentine's Day. I went in, they asked me to come back. That day, I found out that I had a very aggressive form of breast cancer. I was PR negative, ER positive, HER2 positive. I didn't know what any of those letters meant, but all I heard was aggressive. I often say that time stopped. I thought about my mom. I take care of my mom. My mom and I are like best friends. We're always together. And so on May 17th, I arrived at Advent Health at 5 o'clock in the morning for them to remove not only the cancerous tumor in my
Checking in during the media timeout for your Eagles, number 32, Anya Staten.
Welcome back to the SSC Digital Network. Anya Staten making an appearance for the Eagles here. Mentioned she was able to make it back after an 11-game break on Wednesday night. Branch on the ball for the Eagles, hands off to Turpinning. Shepley trying to shove her way into the paint, looks to Turpinning for some support. Langeman on the ball now for the Eagles. Feeds into Shepley. Shepley. Easy money puts the Eagles ahead 6-0 over the Spartans. Diaz with the jumper, it's off the rim. Be snagged away by Shepley and taken the other way. Long pass to Staten, and she's going to be fouled in the paint. Anya Staten making her second appearance back, was able to hit the hardwood on Wednesday night against the Florida Southern Moccasins. Played 12 minutes after being out due to injury for 11 games. Jumper from Langeman. Drilled in. Eagles lead at 8-0 with 5 minutes to go in the first quarter. Palmieri on the ball now for the Spartans. Diaz looking through her options. Looks to Butler. Butler with the jumper from the top of the key. Sinks it in. And the Spartans grab their first points of the day. Eagles lead it 8-3. Turpinning looks to Staten in the paint. Staten gets her own rebound. Puts the Eagles ahead 10-3. Butler on the ball now. Looks to Diaz. Davis feeds to Butler in the paint. Butler tips it in. Shepley on the ball for the Eagles. Drives into the paint, looks for a pass to Branch. That one's going to land out of bounds, and it'll be the Spartans' ball.
Checking in for the University of Tampa, number 17, Maddie Oberski, and number 32, Ryan Franklin. Checking in for Eagles, number 14, Alyssa Brasco.
Staten feeds to Turpinning. Brasco from in the paint. It's going to go off the rim, snagged away by Franklin. And Palmieri will take it the other way for the Spartans. Number 17, Embry-Riddle Eagles entering this game on a 6-game hot streak. They're looking to keep that streak alive here tonight. Jumper from Davis sinks it in. Diaz sinks it in. Brings the Spartans within 3 of the Eagles. Brasco turns it over to Turpinning. Long pass to Staten. Turpinning shoves it to Branch. Brasco looking through her options, turns back to Shepley, feeds to Staten. Staten looks to get it in, it's off the rim, and Franklin will take it the other way for the Spartans. Long pass to Davis. looks to Diaz. Diaz looking to Franklin in the paint. There's going to be a whistle on the play.
On number 32, on a stick, reversed, second Eagles foul. Checking in for Embry-Riddle, number 21, Bianca Negro.
So Spartans have possession here. They're within 3 points of the Eagles with less than 3 to go in the first quarter. Attempted shot from Oberski. Comes up just short. Another whistle on the play.
Second, third team foul. Checking in for the Eagles, Lori Satchel.
So Oberski
Daniel
at the line.
shooting two.
Shoot two. First shot from Oberski is good. She readjusts at the line for her second attempt. Second shot, no good. Eagles lead at 10-8. They're looking to extend their lead here. Satchel getting tripped up on her way down the court. It'll be the Eagles' possession.
Embry-Riddle ball.
Turpinning in the driver's seat for Embry-Riddle here. Long pass over to Brasco, turnaround and jumper. There's going to be a whistle on the play.
Number two.
And Brasco earns herself 2 attempts from the line.
Melissa Brasco shoots two.
First shot from Brasco is good. She resets at the line. Second shot is a miss, snagged by Franklin. She'll fight off a couple of Eagles to keep possession for the Spartans. Davis on the ball for Tampa. Long pass over to Oberski. Oberski looking through her options, feeds into Franklin. Franklin at a staggering 6'3", trying to fight off Lori Satchel. Looks to Davis for some support. Davis driving into the paint, hands it off to Diaz. And Diaz gonna get fouled on her way to the basket. So a foul gonna give Diaz 2 attempts from the line. But first, a word from our sponsors over at Hilton Daytona Beach. Located in the heart of Daytona Beach and just steps away from the city's best oceanside shopping and visitor attractions, Hilton Daytona Beach Oceanfront Resort is a family-oriented and pet-friendly property offering world-class amenities on Florida's famed Atlantic coastline. The hotel is home to 2 resort-style pools, beachside cabanas, a fitness center, and several premier restaurant and bar venues for every taste. For more information, visit DaytonaHilton.com. Second attempt from Diaz is good. Eagles lead it 11-9. Turpinning on the ball for Embry-Riddle. Turpinning looks to Negreiros. Negreiros over to Shepley. Long pass back to Turpinning. And Negreiros will feed to Satchel. Satchel looking for some support. Satchel long pass to Shepley on the opposite side. And that'll be a shot clock violation on the Eagles. Spartans ball. Palmieri on the ball for Tampa. Negreiros giving her some trouble on midcourt. Palmieri feeds to Diaz. Diaz trying to fight off Brasco on her way to the basket. Whistle on the play. As Diaz ties things up at 11 apiece.
First 15 foul.
Diaz
Diaz
earns herself an attempt from the line. She has the chance to take the lead for Tampa here.
Factory Regals, Harry Langman.
Alanis Diaz at the line. And it is good. Spartans take the lead for the first time today. They've got a 1-point lead with just over a minute to go in the first quarter. Turpinning on the ball, feeds to Shepley. Shepley with the jumper off the rim, but there's a whistle on the play.
Number 32, Ryan Franklin, her first, fourth Spartan foul.
So Shepley earns herself 2 attempts from the line. First attempt from Shepley is good. We're tied at 12 apiece. Shepley has the opportunity to reestablish the lead for the Eagles here. Second attempt from Shepley is good. She puts the Eagles ahead 13-12. Palmieri on the ball for Tampa. Palmieri hands it off to Franklin. Hand off to Diaz. Franklin getting 3-man there, and Turpinning will steal it away, take it the other direction. Long pass to Lingaman, who's in the paint. Brasco from the top of the key. It's off the boards, and it'll land out of bounds. It'll be Tampa's ball. Palmieri on the ball for Tampa. 30 seconds to go in the first quarter. Eagles lead at 13-12. Palmieri charging into the lane. And there's going to be a whistle on the play. Embry-Riddle's ball. Turpinning on the ball, less than 20 to go here in the first quarter. Eagles lead it 13-12. They can extend their lead here before we head in to the remainder of the first half. Negreiros, quick pass to Brasco. Brasco looking for some support, goes for the shot herself, but not in time. Eagles lead it 13-12, and that'll do it for the first quarter. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back with the second quarter on the SSC Digital Network.
My name is Sydney Ruboff, and I'm playing for Coach Keller.
My name is Bianca, and today I'm playing for my grandpa who has fought cancer and for Coach Keller.
My name is Lexa, and I'm playing for Coach Keller.
Hi, my name is Maya, and I'm playing for Coach Keller.
Hello, my name is Anya, and I'm playing for my great-grandmother. I'm Jurea, and I'm playing for my grandmother.
Hi, my name is
Welcome back to the SSC Digital Network. I'm Phoebe Winters coming to you live from the ICI Center. Langeman on the ball for the Eagles, who lead 13-12 to start the second quarter. Whistle on the play, and it'll be Spartans ball. Folks, Michelob Ultra is a proud partner of Embry-Riddle Athletics, and they are excited to celebrate game day here in the ICI Center. Remember to live Ultra. It's only worth it if you enjoy it. Enjoy responsibly. Thank you, Michelob Ultra. Palmieri on the ball for Tampa. Looking to fight off some Eagles. Hands it off to Diaz. Finds Franklin in the paint. Easy layup to put the Spartans ahead 14-13 over the Eagles. Negreros looks to Branch in the paint. Turpinning from the top of the key. It's off the rim. Whistle on the play. Eagles possession, foul called
Foul number 7, Alanis Diaz.
on Diaz.
First team foul.
Embry-Riddle possession, they sit behind by 1. Negreros on the ball for Embry-Riddle. Langeman looks to Brasco at the top of the key. Jumper from Brasco, and she drills it in. Eagles lead 15-14. Palmieri on the ball for Tampa. Diaz looking for some support. Turns to Amy Thompson, who finds Franklin in the lane. That one gonna drop off the rim, no good. Branch takes it the other way for Embry-Riddle. Long pass to Negreros on the far side. Branch gonna readjust the offense. Looks to Langeman on the far side. Jumper skids over the rim into the hands of Diaz, who hands it off to Davis. Davis looks to Palmieri. Palmieri brings it back to midcourt, charges towards the lane. Franklin at the top of the key. Looks to Davis, but is snagged away by Turpinning. Turpinning to Langeman. And Negreros from the far side, just wide, but into the hands of Brasco, keeping it in Eagles' possession. Langeman from the post, it's off the boards and snagged by Diaz. Diaz hands it off to Palmieri. Got to be careful, Branch there. Some quick swats, keeping the defensive pressure. That one's going to skid over the rim. Brasco takes it the other way for Embry-Riddle. Turpinning on the charge. No look pass to Langeman. Easy jumper. That one going to find its way into the basket. Eagles lead it 17-14. Negreros giving Palmieri some trouble at midcourt. Palmieri looks to Diaz. Diaz will take it herself, but it's off the boards. And Branch has it for Embry-Riddle. Brasco looks back over to Branch. Branch will take it to the top of the key. No look pass to Langeman. Quick shot, and that one's going to swivel in. Eagles lead it 19-14. There's going to be a timeout on the court. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back live from the SSC Digital Network.
Media length timeout. All right, let's hear it for your
Welcome back to the SSC Digital Network. Tampa's Jade Thompson on the ball. Quick handoff to Oberski. Thompson, quick pass to Butler, who will take a shot from the top of the key. It's off the boards, and Langeman there to snag it and take it the other way. Poked away by Oberski into the hands of the Spartans. Embry-Riddle leads it 19-14 in the second quarter. Butler, looking for her options, looks to Jade Thompson. Thompson to Oberski. Oberski will drive it into the lane. Looks for some support from Butler. From the top of the key, Butler drains it. Eagles lead it 19-17. They're looking to extend their lead here. Turpinning on the ball for Embry-Riddle. Turpinning shoves it over to Langeman, but it is stolen away by Butler. Jade Thompson on the ball now for Tampa. Diaz drives into the paint, looks for some support from Butler. Long shot from Amy Thompson, no good, off the rim. And Turpinning on the ball for Embry-Riddle. Shepley brings it into the lane, no look jumper, drills it. Eagles lead 21-17. In the 5 games since the holiday break, Eliana Shepley has averaged 21.2 points. She grabbed a season-high 12 rebounds on Wednesday against Florida Southern. Jumper from Langeman puts the Eagles ahead 23-17.
Spartans ball. Checking in for the University of Tampa, number 2, Georgia Palmieri. For your Eagles, Melissa Rasco and Bianca Guerrero.
So Mary Langeman puts the Eagles ahead 23-17. She currently leads the Eagles with 12 points. Oberski bringing it past midcourt for the Spartans. Looks to Palmieri. Palmieri looking through her options, hands off to Oberski. Oberski from the paint, it's off the boards. And because of the foul on Satchel in the paint, basket is no good. Eagles lead 23-17.
Second team foul. In for the Spartans, number 3, Olivia Davis, and number 32, Ryan Franklin.
Negreiros on the ball for Embry-Riddle. Negreiros, long pass to Shepley on the opposite side, whistle on the play.
Foul number 12, Amy Thompson, her first 13th foul.
Embry-Riddle ball. Negreiros looking through her options. Looks to Shepley at the top of the key. Shepley hands off to Negreiros. Negreiros giving her offense the second to readjust. Looks to Branch on the far side. Branch no look to Shepley. Shepley jumper from the near side. Drains it. Eagles lead 26-17 over the Spartans. Palmieri on the ball for Tampa. Franklin takes the shot herself from the top of the key. It's off the rim and into the hands of Branch. Branch takes it the other way. Shepley, jumper from the far side, post. Drains it in. Eagles lead 29-17. We're going to have a quick commercial break here. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back live from the SSC Digital Network.
30-second timeout. And checking in during a timeout for the Spartans, number 14, Faith Pickens.
Champion takes more than talent, more than the perfect pass, more than using your head. Being a champion takes the spirit to always push harder, the ability to overcome any hurdle, and the fire to be the best. Welcome to Division 2, where the pursuit is yours to create. And the question isn't, can you do it? It's, will you?
Back live from the ICI Center. Palmieri on the ball for Tampa. Hands it off to Butler. Butler looks back to Palmieri, who will take the jump shot from the top of the key. Knocks it in. Brings the Spartans within 9 of the Eagles. Shipley looks to Brasco. Top of the key, Brasco. Hands off to Turpinning. Shoves to Shipley in the lane. And Shipley knocks it down. Eagles lead 31-20. Eagles currently nursing a 6-game hot streak, looking to keep it going here against the Tampa Spartans. Amy Thompson on the ball, looking for Pickens in the paint, swatted away by Satchel and out of bounds. Tampa still in possession. They trail 11 points to the Eagles. Butler on the ball, driving into the lane. Looks to Davis for some support. Davis shoves her way in and swivels one to put the Spartans at 22. Eagles lead 31-22. Satchel looks to Turpinning. Turpinning reorganizing her offense. Drive it into the lane herself. Easy layup. And Turpinning puts the Eagles ahead 33-22. Palmieri charging past midcourt. Slows it down. Gives her offense a second to readjust. Looks to Davis on the far side. Davis will take it herself and knocks one in. Shepley on the ball, drives into the lane, and she'll knock one down for the Eagles. Puts them ahead 35-24. Davis on the ball now for Tampa. The Guerreros with some quick hands. Shepley giving Davis some trouble. Davis fights back, and there's going to be a whistle on the play.
Foul number 14, Alyssa Brasco. Her second, first team foul. Checking in for your Eagles, Terry Langman and Tria Branch. Olivia Davis in the line, shooting 2.
So Davis earns herself 2 attempts from the line. This will be her first free throw attempt of the day. Tampa Spartans have currently gone 3 for 5 from the charity stripe. First shot from Davis is good. Davis resets at the line. Second shot is up and in.
Checking in for the Spartans, number 17.
Eagles still lead it by 9 with less than a minute to go in the first half. Turpinning on the ball for Embry-Riddle. Turpinning hands off to Shepley. Jumper from the far side. Shepley knocks it down. Eagles lead 38-26. 30 seconds to go in the first half. Palmieri looking for her options. Branch giving her some trouble at midcourt. Palmieri will take it herself from the high post, swivels one in. Eagles still lead by 10 as the clock ticks down in the first half. Turpinning looks to Shepley, and there's going to be a whistle on the play.
Foul number 14, Faith Pickens, her first, fourth team foul. In for the Spartans, number 7, Alanis Diaz.
Shepley earns herself 2 attempts from the line. She's currently gone 2 for 2 from the free throw line today. Embry-Riddle possession. Shipley shoves over to Langeman, poked away, and that'll do it for the first half. Folks, the 2025-2026 Embry-Riddle women's basketball season is presented by Daytona Mitsubishi. With an unparalleled dedication to their customers' needs, Daytona Mitsubishi is sure to make your car buying experience one of a kind. Daytona Mitsubishi is proud to support Embry-Riddle athletics. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back with the second half live on the SSC Digital Network.
In 2023, I began having some health issues. And for some reason, my mom was really adamant about me going to get a mammogram. I had an appointment on Valentine's Day. I went in, they asked me to come back. That day, I found out that I had a very aggressive form of breast cancer. I was PR negative, ER positive, HER2 positive. I didn't know what any of those letters meant, but all I heard was aggressive. I often say that time stopped. I thought about my mom. I take care of my mom. My mom and I are like best friends. We're always together. And so on May 17th, I arrived at Advent Health at 5 o'clock in the morning for them to remove not only the cancerous tumor in my left breast, but the benign cluster in the right. Surgery was the easy part. Chemo was difficult. I was sick every Monday through Saturday for 3 months. The nurses where I received my chemo treatments were very, very supportive, along with my medical team at Advent Health. They really helped me to recognize, A, that I had to be kind to myself and to give myself grace because I was fighting a very vicious disease.
Today, October 22nd, 2024, I beat breast cancer! Yay! Congratulations, sister!
In NCAA Division II, student athletes leave a lasting impression on their communities. That's because Division II student athletes want to make a difference and truly be part of their surrounding communities. Through community engagement, thousands of student athletes from various backgrounds interact with community members who view them as role models. This interaction leaves a positive and perhaps even life-changing impression on all those involved. In Division II, we rise to the opportunity and make community engagement ours.
Being a champion takes more than skill, more than endless drills, more than using your head. Being a champion takes the heart to give it your all, the agility to thrive from any angle, and the relentless drive to be the best. Welcome to Division II, where the pursuit is yours to create, and the question isn't, can you do it? It's will you?
First 50 years of the Sunshine State Conference inspired champions and built a legacy rooted in excellence. A legacy built from a single sport to a conference of national champions. Threaded through geography, fueled by growth, defined by excellence. 135 team national titles, 173 individual champions, and hundreds of Scholar All-Americans. Always at the top of NCAA Division II. Looking ahead, we reflect on where we started, where we are, and where we're going. The Sunshine State Conference, where success thrives.
Cash in the cash machine at Daytona Kia. It's the Daytona Kia tent sale. When the tents come up, the prices come down. We're giving away up to $100,000 in cash. Bad credit? Approved. Negative equity? Approved. Payments from $199 per month. $3,000 for any trade, push, pull, or drag it in. No payments until February. Don't miss it. Daytona Kia.
The 2025-2026 Embry-Riddle women's basketball season is presented by Daytona Mitsubishi. With an unparalleled dedication to their customers' needs, Daytona Mitsubishi is sure to make your car buying experience one of a kind. Daytona Mitsubishi is proud to support the Embry-Riddle Athletics. Kicking off the second half here at the ICI Center between the number 17 Embry-Riddle Eagles and the Tampa Spartans. Eagles lead it 38-28. Turpinning on the ball, long pass to Langeman. Langeman feeds back over to Turpinning. Shipley drives into the paint, jump shot is good, and the Eagles score the first points of the second half. They lead it 40-28. Palmieri on the ball for Tampa. Palmieri drives into the post, looks to Amy Thompson. Long jumper, no good off the boards. And Turpinning will take it the other way. Long pass to Langeman in the paint, a little too long. It sends Langeman to the ground. Tampa able to snag it away. Davis on the ball, looks to Amy Thompson. Feeds in to Franklin. Easy bucket for Franklin. Brings the Spartans within 10 of the Eagles. Turpinning on the ball, looks to Langeman. Langeman to Branch on the far side. And there's going to be a whistle on the play.
Foul number 12, Amy Thompson, her second. First team foul.
Embry-Riddle ball. Turpinning looks to Satchel. Satchel to Langeman. Langeman tries to jump from in the lane, is denied by Franklin. Shipley. Three attempt is off the rim. This is going to land out of bounds, and it'll be Tampa's ball.
Checking in for the Spartans, number 17, Matty Oberski.
Diaz on the ball for the Spartans. Looks to Palmieri. Palmieri gets it stolen away by Branch. Branch tripped up, and it's going to get snagged by Diaz. Whistle on the play. But what a steal by Branch. Some quick hands to put the Eagles into possession. Unfortunately, loses it out to Diaz. And now the Spartans once again have possession. They're trailing by 10. Diaz looks to Oberski. Quick pass back over to Diaz. Diaz brings it past midcourt. Hand off to Palmieri. Palmieri looking through her options, trying to reset her offense. Amy Thompson on the ball, looks to Oberski. Oberski from the near side, it's off the rim. Diaz able to snag it for the Spartans to keep them in possession. Palmieri on the ball. Drives into the lane, jump shot, and it is good. Spartans now within 8 of the Eagles. Turpinning on the ball. Branch brings it to the baseboards, quick pass to Turpinning. Turpinning back over to Branch. Branch will drive into the lane, spins it around off the rim, and Diaz collects for the Spartans. Palmieri on the ball. Looks to Oberski for some support. Oberski trying to find Franklin in the paint. Gets tipped away by Langeman. And Oberski gets the shot. Brings the Spartans within 6 of the Eagles. Turpinning on the ball for Embry-Riddle. Shoves it over to Branch. Branch looks to Turpinning on the far side. Satchel feeds into Langeman on the baseboards. Langeman looking to Branch for some support. Jump shot off the rim. Shepley there to keep possession for the Eagles. That one sails off the rim as well, but Satchel off the rebound puts it in for the Eagles. They lead 42-34. Palmieri on the ball for Tampa. Looks to Oberski. Long pass to Amy Thompson on the near side, who brings it to the baseboard. Layup is good. Turpinning on the ball now. Embry-Riddle leads 42-36. Branch looking for Satchel in the lane. It is snagged away by Diaz and taken the other way. Palmieri long pass to Amy Thompson. And Jariah Branch with the quick hands to swat it out of bounds. We're going to have some substitutions here. Brasco, Anya Staten coming in, and Bianca Negreiros. Folks, did you know getting a mammogram only takes 30 minutes? Stop by the Advent Health table to schedule your 30-minute 3D mammogram so you can stay well ahead of your annual screenings. Oberski on the ball, hands it off to Palmieri. Palmieri trying to fight off Negreiros, finds her way into the mid-post, off the boards, and Shepley will take it the other way for Embry-Riddle. Turpinning. It is off the boards and into the hands of Butler. Butler feeds to Diaz. Diaz at the baseboards, lays one in. Spartans now within 4. Shepley, jump shot, sails just short. Palmieri will take it the other way. Long pass intended for Oberski. She's able to keep control. Amy Thompson goes for the jumper and puts the Spartans within 1. Pressure is on now for the Eagles as they look to pull away. Timeout on the court. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back from the SSC Digital Network.
50 years of the Sunshine State Conference, inspired champions, and built a legacy rooted in excellence. A legacy built from a single sport to a conference of national champions. Threaded through geography, fueled by growth, defined by excellence. 135 team national titles, 173 individual champions, and hundreds of Scholar All-Americans. Always at the top of NCAA Division II. Looking ahead, we reflect on where we started, where we are, and where we're going. The Sunshine State Conference, where success thrives.
Come enjoy the Bahama House. Spacious rooms with private balconies and spectacular ocean views and just steps down to the beach. For reservations, visit www.daytonabahamahouse.com. Welcome back to the SSC Digital Network. I'm Phoebe Winters, coming to you live from the ICI Center, where the Embry-Riddle Eagles lead 42-41 over the Tampa Spartans. Brasco on the ball for Embry-Riddle. Looks to Negreiros in the paint. Shot off the rim. And there's going to be a whistle on the play.
Foul number 4, Brooklyn Butler, her third, second team foul. Timeout.
Going to be a timeout on the court. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back from the SSC Digital Network. We're back live from the ICI Center where your number 17 Embry-Riddle Eagles lead 42-41. Negreiros over to Brasco. Brasco with the jumper. It's off the boards and picked off by Oberski. Gonna be a whistle on the play as it is Tampa's ball. Butler looking through her options, looks to Oberski. Oberski to Palmieri. Amy Thompson from the far side. It's off the rim and into the hands of Shepley. Turpinning looks to Brasco on the opposite post. Negreiros looks back to Turpinning at the top of the key. Negreiros along the baseboards. Hands it off to Staten, and Staten muscles it in. Eagles lead 44-41. Anya Staten back on the hardwood, was out for 11 games with an injury, made her first appearance back on Wednesday night against the Florida Southern Moccasins. Makes her first appearance back at the ICI Center today. Amy Thompson gets it poked away by Staten. It's going to be Embry-Riddle's ball. Staten putting in the hard work to keep the Eagles on top. They lead 44-41 with 3.5 to go in the third quarter. Turpinning in the driver's seat for Embry-Riddle. Negreiros looks to Brasco. Brasco feeds to Staten, who finds Negreiros on the baseboards. Muscles one up and in. Eagles lead 46-41. Palmieri on the ball for Tampa. Palmieri, quick pass to Diaz. Diaz trying to fight off Staten, and Negreiros goes for the shot, poked away by Staten. Turpinning on the ball now for Embry-Riddle. Quick pass to Negreiros, who feeds to Staten. Staten looking for Brasco, gets it poked away by Oberski, and Palmieri has it for the Spartans. Oberski looks to Butler. Butler will take the jump shot, and it finds its way in off of the boards. Spartans within 2. Turpinning on the ball for Embry-Riddle. Brasco looks to Negreiros. Negreiros to Turpinning. Turpinning shoves it back over to Brasco, who finds Staten in the paint. Shepley from the lane nails one in for the Eagles. They lead 48-44. Palmieri on the ball for Tampa. Palmieri drives it into the lane herself and swivels one in. Spartans once again within 2. Turpinning to Negreiros. Negreiros to Brasco. Turpinning finds Staten in the lane. There's going to be a whistle on the play.
Number 12, Amy Thompson, her third 13th foul. Checking in for the Spartans, number 3, Olivia Davis, and number 19, Elena Coop.
Eagles have possession. They lead 48-46 with 1.5 minutes to go in the third quarter. Brasco to Shepley. Shepley over to Negreiros. Negreiros fights her way into the lane, looks to Shepley from the top of the key, and Shepley knocks one down. Eagles ahead 50-46. Cook on the ball for the Spartans. Looks to Butler. Butler shoves it over to Davis on the opposite side, and Davis fouled on her way to the basket. Whistle on the play.
Number 33, Lori Satchel, her second 13th foul. Back for the Spartans, Ryan Franklin. Olivia Davis at the line, shooting 2.
So Davis earns herself 2 attempts from the line. She's gone 2 for 2 from the charity stripe so far today to contribute to the Spartans 71% from the free throw line. First shot from Davis is good. Davis, second shot is up and in. Spartans once again find themselves within 2 of the Eagles. Turpinning on the ball for Embry-Riddle. Brasco from the far post, it's off the boards and snagged by Davis, taken the other way. Davis looks to Butler. Butler from the high post drills one in, and the Spartans take the lead 51-50. Turpinning on the ball, less than 20 to go in the third quarter. Eagles look to take back the lead before the quarter break. Turpinning to Brasco. Brasco back to Turpinning. Turpinning charges into the paint, looks to Negreiros, and that one off the rim. But Shepley tips it back in and takes the lead for the Eagles. Eliana Shepley with the quick hands to put the Eagles back on top. They lead it 52-51. We'll be back with the fourth quarter on the SSC Digital Network.
We're setting up for the Tijuana Flat burrito race. The first contestant to wrap up in their burrito with all the ingredients intact and cross the line will win. And if you are ready, you can begin in 3, 2, and go. You must roll up in all of your ingredients, and they must be on as you cross the finish line. First one to be complete and then cross the line wins. We're losing some cheese here in lane number 1. Hanging on by a thread. Oh, this is a tomato. We're falling apart in lane number 1 here. Roll all up. Gotta get to the burrito. Oh, tripping on your beans. Not good. No one likes tripping on their beans. Rolling up to cross the finish line and a winner. Congratulations. You have won. Today's Tijuana Flats burrito roll race. The Spartans will have possession to start the fourth quarter.
We're back live on the SSC Digital Network. It's the fourth quarter here at the ICI Center. The number 17 Embry-Riddle Eagles lead 52-51 over the Tampa Spartans. Eliana Shepley, as she was on her way down, was able to tip in the basket from Negreiros to put the Eagles back in front. They lead 52-51. Whistle on the court. Folks, located in the heart of Daytona Beach and just steps away from the city's best oceanside shopping and visitor attractions, Hilton Daytona Beach Oceanfront Resort is a family-oriented and pet-friendly property offering world-class amenities on Florida's famed Atlantic coastline. The hotel is home to 2 resort-style pools, beachside cabanas, a fitness center, and several premier restaurant and bar venues for every taste. Franklin in possession for the Spartans. There's going to be a whistle on the play, and it'll be the Eagles' ball.
Also, Jorea Branch.
Turpinning on the ball for Embry-Riddle. Turpinning looks to Langeman. Langeman back to Turpinning. Long pass to Branch. Brasco finds Branch at the top of the key. Brasco to Turpinning, who goes for the jumper, sails over the basket, but Brasco there for the rebound attempt. No good as Oberski gets her hands on it for the Spartans, takes it the other way. Swatted away by Branch and into the hands of Shepley. Embry-Riddle in possession as Turpinning hands it off to Shepley. Turpinning shoves over to Brasco. Brasco with the jumper, swivels out, and into the hands of Palmieri. Palmieri on the ball for the Spartans. Palmieri from the high post, drills it in. Spartans lead 53-52. Turpinning on the ball now for Embry-Riddle. Turpinning to Shepley. Shepley finds Langeman. Branch to Shepley. Shepley from the near side, and it swivels out. Spartans on the ball, an unlucky shot from Shepley. Palmieri looks to Butler. Butler to Davis for some support, and Davis drains the three, puts the Spartans ahead 56-52. Shepley to Brasco. Brasco back to Shepley, who finds Langeman. Langeman from the near side, knocks it down. Eagles now within 2 of the Spartans. Palmieri on the ball. Branch giving her some trouble. Palmieri hands it off to Butler. Palmieri goes for the shot at the top of the key, off the boards. Shepley is there to take it for the Eagles. She'll hand it off to Branch. And Turpinning on the ball now for the Eagles. Branch fights her way into the paint. Whistle on the play.
Number 32, Ryan Franklin.
Folks, Florida Power and Light Company is proud to support your team and your community. FPL is building a stronger, smarter energy future, keeping your lights on and your bills as low as possible. Learn more at FPL.com. Turpinning to Branch. Branch shoves it to Shepley. Shepley from the post! Knocks it down. Eagles take it 57-56. Palmieri charging past midcourt. Hands it off to Butler. Davis looks to Oberski. Oberski back to Davis. Davis drives into the paint. Whistle on the play.
No basket, no ball. Possession arrow to the Eagles.
Embry-Riddle in possession now. They lead it 57-56. Turpinning in the driver's seat for Embry-Riddle. They have a 1-point lead going into the fourth quarter after a dominant first half. Langeman looks to Turpinning. Turpinning from the far side. It sails just wide and it's going to land out of bounds.
For Tampa, number 12, Amy Thompson.
Tampa in possession. Oberski on the ball. Oberski hands off to Palmieri. Palmieri feeds Diaz. Diaz fights her way to the baseboard, muscles one up and in. And the Spartans take the lead 58-57. Langman a bit trampled there, looks to be okay. That one gonna get knocked out of bounds as Butler and Diaz both hit the ground. Butler a bit slow to get back to her feet. Butler looks to be shaking it off. She's okay. So Embry-Riddle in possession. They trail by 1. Shepley to Langeman. Langeman feeds it to Branch. Turpinning back to Branch. Turpinning to Langeman on the near side, just short, and Palmieri will take it the other way for Tampa. looking for some support, turns to Palmieri. Palmieri looks to Butler. Butler a long pass to Oberski, who drives her way into the lane. It's off the boards, whistle on the play.
Foul number 23, Eliana Shepley, her fourth. Second team foul. Timeout.
There's going to be a timeout on the court. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back from the SSC Digital Network.
All right, they're back. Let's hear it for your Embry-Riddle cheer team.
Being a champion takes more than skill, more than endless drills, more than using your head. Being a champion takes the heart to give it your all, the agility to thrive from any angle, and the relentless drive to be the best. Welcome to Division II, where the pursuit is yours to create, and the question isn't, can you do it? It's will you.
Back live from the ICI Center. Embry-Riddle Eagles trail 57-58. Palmieri on the ball for the Spartans. Diaz looking for some support. Fights her way into the lane to the baseboards. Muscles one up and in. Spartans lead 60-57.
Foul number 2, Mary Langdon. The first third Eagle foul.
This is the largest lead we've seen from the Spartans so far today, as Davis runs herself one attempt from the line. So far, Diaz has gone 2 for 3 from the charity stripe. Diaz's shot off the boards. Rebound is snagged by Oberski. Whistle on the play. Palmieri on the ball for the Spartans. It's it off to Amy Thompson. Thompson back to Palmieri. Palmieri looking to create some space, drives her way into the lane, looks to Thompson. Long shot from Thompson, and she drills it in. Spartans lead 63-57. Negreiros on the ball for Embry-Riddle. Looking for Branch, it gets poked away by Palmieri, who takes it to the basket. Shot over the rim, but Oberski is there to deposit the rebound. Spartans lead at 65-57. Less than 4 minutes to go. The Eagles look to regain their lead. Turpinning to Branch. Branch to Negreiros. Branch drives into the lane, muscles one up and in. And the Eagles are within 6. Oberski on the ball for Tampa. Oberski hands it off to Palmieri. Can't get a good hand on it, and it's going to land out of bounds.
Back for the Eagles, Eliana Shepley.
Spartans still in possession. They have the lead 65-59. Diaz able to keep her hands on it. Push past Palmieri. Palmieri drives it into the baseboards, off the boards, and Shipley takes it for Embry-Riddle. Shipley to Langeman. Langeman back over to Shipley. Turpinning back to Shipley, back to Langeman. Branch driving in from the far side on the baseboards finds Turpinning. Shipley on the ball, looks to Branch. Swings it over to Satchel, and Satchel tries to muscle one up, but there's going to be a whistle on the play.
Foul number 2, towards Palmieri, her second team foul. Lori Satchel at the line, shooting 2.
So Satchel earns herself 2 attempts from the line. This will be her first free throw attempt of the day. So far, Eagles have gone 75% from the charity stripe. First shot from Satchel is clean. Second shot swivels out. Eagles are within 5 with 2.5 to go. Embry-Riddle had a pretty dominant lead throughout the game, but the Spartans really pounded the hardwood in this second half of the third quarter and into the fourth quarter. Palmieri on the ball for the Spartans. Goes for the shot from the post. It's off the boards. Oberski there to collect the rebound. Looks to Thompson. Amy Thompson's shot from the top of the key is off the boards. Shepley takes it the other way for Embry-Riddle. Charging down into the post. Hands it off to Branch. Branch to Turpinning. Langeman looks to Branch. Branch, Shepley from the far side. It's off the rim, just short. But Langeman there to deposit the rebound. Brings the Eagles within 3 with 1.5 minutes to go. Oberski on the ball for the Spartans. Palmieri looking through her options. Feeds to Diaz. Diaz hands it off to Amy Thompson. Oberski feeds to Diaz. Diaz looks to Thompson on the far side. It skids wide and gonna land out of bounds. It'll be Embry-Riddle's ball. Just over 1 minute to go here at the ICI Center. The Eagles trail by 3. Turpinning on the ball for Embry-Riddle. And there's going to be a timeout on the court. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back from the SSC Digital Network.
Cash in the cash machine at Daytona Kia. It's the Daytona Kia tent sale. When the tents come up, the prices come down. We're giving away up to $100,000 in cash. Bad credit? Approved. Negative equity? Approved. Payments from $199 per month. $3,000 for any trade, push, pull, or drag it in. No payments until February. Don't miss it. Daytona Kia.
Welcome back to the SSC Digital Network. I'm Phoebe Winters coming to you live from the ICI Center for the final minute between the number 17 Embry-Riddle Eagles and the Tampa Spartans. Loose ball, whistles on the court. And it's going to be Embry-Riddle's ball. Embry-Riddle within 3 points of the Spartans. And there's going to be another timeout on the court. Don't go anywhere. Less than a minute to go here from the ICI Center. Eagles are within 3. Branch looks to Shepley. Shepley drives into the paint, goes for the jump shot, knocks it down. Eagles now within 1. And Oberski on the ball for the Spartans. She's charging past midcourt. Looks for some support, hands it off to Palmieri. Palmieri looking to slow it down and keep the Spartans lead. 30 seconds to go. Palmieri still on the ball. Palmieri, long pass intended for Anna Thompson. Stolen away by Dorea Branch. Branch feeds to Satchel, loose ball. And there's going to be a timeout on the court. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back from the SSC Digital Network. Welcome back to the SSC Digital Network. The number 17, Embry-Riddle Eagles within 1 point, 15 seconds to go. Pass intended for Branch, gonna land out of bounds. It'll be the Spartans' ball. Sorry, Embry-Riddle's ball. Turpening looks to Langeman. Langeman to Branch. Branch from the paint. It skids over the top, tipped out of bounds. And it'll be the Spartans' ball. And there's going to be another timeout on the court. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back. Back live from the ICI Center. Stolen away by Turpening, off to Branch. And Branch muscles it up and in for the lead for the Embry-Riddle Eagles. They lead it 66-65. with just 3 seconds to go. And Jariah Branch earns herself a free throw attempt from the line. That move from Turpinning there, the quick hands, it has just shown how huge the defense has been for the Eagles all day long. We've seen some really key steals from both Branch and Turpinning. And Branch's attempt is up and in. Eagles lead 67-65. Lands out of bounds. It'll still be the Spartans' ball. Tampa's ball, less than 3 seconds to go. Diaz heaves it, intended pass for Oberski, snagged away by Negreiros. And the Embry-Riddle Eagles take the game 67-65. Once again, the defense really shining on the hardwood for the Eagles as they take a win over the Tampa Spartans. They extend their winning streak to 7 games. They look to continue to dominate as they continue on their season.
Eagles win. Fans enjoy 50% off all large and extra large pizzas on Monday with promo code Eagles win. Use it at the Papa John's app or online. Thanks for joining us for Game 1.
Next up for the Embry-Riddle Eagles, they hit the road. They're going to take on Rollins at Winter Park, Florida at the Alphon Sports Center. You can follow along from the Embry-Riddle Athletics website. But that'll do it from the ICI Center. I've been Phoebe Winters. Thank you for listening along from the SSC Digital Network.